In the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. All right, a chance to check out stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Santi Aldama. And it's Smart in at the shooting guard position. And for Portland, Grant steps in at 4 with Ayton, the big man, in the middle. Then it's Avdia. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamare in at the 2-guard spot. How many games do you need to play, Greg, before you know who you are as a team?
I think you basically know already your identity, the pace you want to play at, obviously the development of the younger guys, and your chemistry is always ongoing.
Grant kicks to Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
How about the slam by Avdia, not messing around inside.
Here's Edey. He's covered by 8. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And Simons wide open. He'll fire. Buries it from 3-point range.
Well, this is one of Simons' strengths, just an outstanding shooter from behind the arc.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Chauncey Billups and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Now, we talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. Coach said he's a guy that can score from all 3 levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Hey guys, well, this year marked the loss of Blazers great, Hall of Famer, and truly a one-of-one, Bill Walton. One of the greatest big men this league has ever seen, known for his incredible passing skills. And off the court, he was just as dedicated to assisting others and making the world a better place. Guys, there is no question Bill Walton will be missed.
His legacy carries on. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. Count it.
And Simon's doing a good job operating and getting to his spot in the mid-range.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Pippen, the pass to Jackson. From downtown, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's Ayton. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
And Ayton just up over the top at his size to throw that one down.
Pippen against Simon. Pippen with the bucket. Pippen's got 5 points so far.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Trailblazers making a change here. Sharp's checked in. The Grizzlies also making a change. Wells, he's checked in for Smart. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pass to Kamare. Simons from outside. And Pippen pulls it down. Now the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Jackson against Grant. Aldama with the ball. Beyond the arc. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Pass to Ayton. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Big man coming with an attacking mindset. That's something for the defense to deal with, and Ayton is dealing.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. 6-point game. Takes the three. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Grant. Still without a basket.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And we should take this time now to show you the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These teams have been outstanding on the offensive glass this season. The Grizzlies 4th.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
Now here's Henderson, following the miss by Jeremy Grant. 3-pointer, Simon. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Jackson with it, Klingon defending. Jackson down low. Yes, that goes in. Jackson's got 7.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Abdiaz checked in for Henderson. Memphis also making some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Luke Kennard comes in for Jaren Jackson. And Smart subbed in for Pippen.
First personal foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
And Sharp drops them both. We know, Brent, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA. And Shaedon Sharp took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game. And then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
Here's Sharp. It's Clark with the rebound. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to Golden State.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him. This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. First free throw is good.
Denny Avdia has a ton of versatility, and the coaches encourage him to explore. I mean, this guy can make an impact both on and off the ball.
No good on the second free throw. Pass to Klingon. Williams inside. He has yet to score. Here's Henderson. 5 on the clock. And at last, they get one to fall.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. They've led by as many as 11 points. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Kennard is out there with Smart. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then there's Wells, and it's LaRavia in at the 4 spot. Here's Clark. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Here's Smart. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Trailblazers trail by 8. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Now here's Henderson. 11 points for him in that last game against Minnesota.
Now, Scoot loves to attack in the lane and has the strength and the hops to be successful there.
Here's Smart. 4-point game. Dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Ayton, he's checked in for Portland. Grant comes in for Avdia. So he gets them both. It didn't take long for the Blazers to find Damian Lillard's heir apparent, did it, Grant?
Yeah, they drafted Scoot Henderson with the 3rd overall pick in 2023. Took him a little time to get his sea legs, but his talent is undeniable.
And it's off the back rim, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. Sharp finds 8. Here's Henderson. Portland, no good that time either.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Puts it up from 7. Got a piece of it. Grant outside. And Ayton throws it down.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
Memphis has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And the rejection by Ayton. And he recovers it. Good on the shot. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. the Trailblazers. Kamar is checked in, and it's Simons in for Shaden Sharp. And Memphis making a change here. Simons finds Grant. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Aldama inside. Henderson defending. Aldama gets the bucket.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Simons from outside. Trains the three-pointer. Simons has got 8 points.
And Simons right now just assertive and confident in his offensive game.
Here's Edey. Pass to Jackson. The three. Portland grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Grant gets a wide open look. No good. That would have tied it.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Jackson, that's good. He's got 9.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Now here's 8. He's got 6. Yep, that one goes. 10 points for Anthony Simons.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
That 3 off the mark. Memphis leading by 5. Here's Edey. 14 points from him the last game against the Golden State Warriors.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
Abdias checked in for Portland. Smart's checked in for the Grizzlies. Pass to Kamare. Pippen against Simon. Aldama with the rebound. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against Minnesota. And stolen by Ayton. Here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Good hands by Ayton.
For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Smart misses.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Pull up Jay. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies out in front, leading by a point. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Taylor Jenkins is here with us in the second quarter, Coach. Tough sledding at both ends of the floor. How do you fix it?
You know, it hurts our offense and we're not able to get stops and get out and running. So not a good quarter for us. And we just got to keep being aggressive defensively, be a little bit more disciplined.
And we'll see if that can pick up as the game continues. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hey everybody, it's Portland Trailblazer basketball on tap in a game that's proven to be a healthy matchup through the first half.
We've talked about it in the past. They have a deep rotation that allows them to play matchups.
So why aren't they ahead in this game? And I'll tell you why. The starters have to do more.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
And that game against the Nuggets, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Grizzlies. They've led by as many as 11 points. The forward spots will be Avdia and Grant. Then it's Anthony Simons. Then there's Ayton. And it's Kamare in at the 2 guard. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with.
Just shocking the defense here. They couldn't keep up with Simon's nimbleness.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Memphis leading. Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
Pippen with the steal. And now here's Pippen with the fast break chance. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 7-point Memphis lead.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA, and confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
T-shirts are going out now. Look out for grab one. We're on the lookout from around this band who'd like a free T-shirt tonight.
And these are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, showing you the top shooting teams in the league. That's the name of the game, putting the ball in the basket. Fifth best, the Grizzlies.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
90 seconds now into the second half. Looking to end the run. And it's Simons missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's Aldama. And he gets the bucket. Aldama's got 7 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Outside, Simons. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Simons has got 4 points this quarter.
Finding a way through. Contact comes Simon's way, and he just avoids it.
And when you're a knockdown shooter like you were, with the kind of athleticism that Anthony Simons possesses,
3 points.
Brent, you're in rarefied air.
Yeah, no doubt Anthony, one of those guys really tough to stop. You got to pick your poison with him. That quickness and his ability to get to the rim, though, that can impact what they do offensively.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. From past the arc.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Again, Simons missing. Down low, Jackson. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Jackson's got the lead up to 14 now for Memphis. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter.
Third personal foul. Second team foul.
Something else.
Love the combination of skill and athleticism. Anthony Simons exploding offensively here.
Pippen outside. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
It's stolen by Aldama. Goes up. And Aldama slams it in.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something at halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
No good from Grant.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Pass to Aldama. To the inside. Here's Smart. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Ayton.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And the Grizzlies leading by 19 points. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The Bad Boy Pistons and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
And this is something Simons continues to work on. Love seeing him look to involve his teammates.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Conchar comes in for Jaren Jackson. Wells, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And it's Kennard in for Pippen. Memphis has gotten all 4 of the 3-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Good on the triple.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the final game of this 5-game home slate. .105 left to play here in the third. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Simons says hello. Great answer.
And the Grizzlies leading by 19 points. Kennard for 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Portland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Henderson, no good. Memphis with the ball. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Aldama can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Henderson, no good. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Here's Clark, and another basket for Memphis.
And I love that range there from Clark. At this point in his development, it's not as daunting as trying to be a consistent 3-ball shooter.
3-pointer, Simon gets it to go from beyond the arc. Simons has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Trailblazers. Kennard for 3, And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Memphis, sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And
the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. We've got Luke Kennard. He's out there with Wells. John Conchar out there with Brandon Clark. And it's LaRavia in at the 4.
Whether you're new to the league like Sharp or a veteran, throwing it down, no better feeling. Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Inside. And there's Klingon. That's good on the assist by Murray.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Kennard for 3. Rebound by Murray. Trailblazers trail by 17. Pass to Williams. Now, here's Sharp. A three-pointer, no good. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Now, here's Wells. For 3. The Grizzlies with another miss. Here's Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud and let them hear it. It's time to make some noise for a t-shirt toss. Who wants one?
Trailblazers making a switch here. Walker's checked in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break, and he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late, guys.
All right, David, thanks.
Oh, man, Scoot Henderson, an elite leaper.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Henderson, no good. Memphis has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started. Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Kennard for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Kennard's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Memphis.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's foul number 2 for him. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
Fans, let them hear from you. Make some noise for your Blazer dancer.
So Portland
Blazers answer.
And the wide open shot from Abdia. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Abdia with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 17. Three-pointer, Simon hits it from three-point range. Simons has got 15 points in just the second half. Grizzlies have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here's Jackson. Some solid defense from Grant. Trailblazers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Abdia can't hit.
But he's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that one doesn't cost them.
And a guy who can drive and finish with either hand. Jackson's tough to stop once he gets going downhill.
Pass to Kamare. Back to Simons. They get a hand on it. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked. Now Smart makes it off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 18.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Traps in the tray.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Memphis.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Trailblazers trail by 15. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Bucket is good. The Grizzlies shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. The 10-footer. Good work there as it goes.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
He takes it in, Wells, and the shot goes in. And the Grizzlies lead by 17.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And it's Sharp missing. So So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game.